Welcome, fellow fools. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Hello!
Cheers!
Wow, way to do the fucking intro.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Fools and Flagons part. Welcome!
Welcome to Fools and Flagons. Cheers! Since our
where we
DM is
forget our
incompetent
lines.
and can't fucking do it.
DM gets stage fright. Cheers!
No, but welcome to Fools and Flagons, the D&D show where we crit fail, crack jokes, and we wonder if tonight is the night I finally snap and send an ancient red dragon after the party. We'll see.
Yeah. Fingers crossed for the dragon.
It's been a hard week.
We have an interesting night ahead of us, mostly because I am at the mercy of whatever the party decides to do.
Would you look at this?
So, before we get any further, Ian, do you have any announcements for us?
I do. So, as usual, thank you to Roll for Fantasy, Tabletop Audio, and Incom Tech for all the music that we use. Again, keep up with us on social media. You can see the links throughout the stream up underneath our logo for Instagram and Twitter. Other than that, Kelpie will not be with us today because she is off having a blast at PAX and left us all at home to play D&D. So,
I mean, who really won then?
not getting into that right now.
Okay.
So hopefully we don't kill her or anything. That's gonna be up to Ja to make sure she stays alive. But other than that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it back to our
If you
DM.
happen to be at PAX and you see a person running around in a bright pink wig with horns, please say hi to our
And
dear
a flower crown.
and a flower crown. Please say hi to our dear Kelpie and give her some love.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in. Our intrepid adventurers have gone through some trials recently. After visiting the town of Tribor and seeing and doing all that they thought they could do, they decided that it was time to split town. However, their intentions were interrupted by a raid by two fire giants and their cabal of
Garbage.
unfriendly faces. The group quickly, with the help of some denizens of the town, dispatched the raiding party and even found a few interesting objects and loot. Particularly one that was a ring of adamantium, which now resides behind the shop of their friend Fohammer. They received some interesting information from some contacts before they decided to turn in for the night with now free room and board, drinks, and food to the delight of Boar.
She said I could drink as much as I could.
So,
I drank that place dry.
Boar,
Yes.
as the morning breaks, you are completely out of it. It has been a dreamless night of sleep. After much merrymaking, you come to consciousness with a familiar yet unwelcome sensation of the sun beaming directly onto your eyelids as you wake with a pounding headache. Actually, roll a Constitution check for me real quick.
Nat one. Nat 20.
I was gonna say, Eluine, I need you, man. Eluine, you are my fucking hero! No fucking way! Look at that! Natural
And that's how
fucking
we start the
20!
night.
I'll see
Holy
myself out.
fuck, Eluine, you are my goddamn hero. Fuck you, Zutrios.
Boom!
And that's how we start the night here.
Woo!
So you come to conscious with the unwelcome feeling of the sun blaring directly onto your eyelids. But surprisingly, despite the amount of barrel after barrel of alcohol that you consumed, there are no adverse effects, and you wake up feeling somehow refreshed.
There were a lot of snacks. Just soaked it up. Pretzels, peanuts, a baguette.
Hey, baguette. Oui, oui,
As you-
baguette.
As you
Stop
start your day,
spoiling my next character.
Guys.
okay, guys, calm down. As you start the day, what would you like to do?
I would like to go find a quiet kind of place. Forgot I'm supposed to be in character. And I'm going to try to do something similar to what I did with the adamantium ring, where I felt vibrations and learned stuff from it, and see what I can learn about this here great sword that I was given.
Okay.
I want to attune to it, basically.
Okay. So you exit the inn. Do you have pants on, by the way? Because you never specified, and I never know with your character.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like, yeah, I got pants on. What's fucking wrong with you?
I never know with Boar.
No, Boar kind of has like leather breeches, but is also wearing a kilt kind of thing. So,
All right.
yeah, he's clothed. He passed the fuck out in his clothes. So he's
So you exit the inn and find your way to a small forested area just to the west of the city. And you sit down on a moss-covered rock, and you sit with the sword laying across your lap. I need you to make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. The sword just explodes in my lap. 15.
15.
Do you add proficiency to that?
I think the word you're looking for is subtract proficiency from that. And yes, I did. It was a natural 17.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, because you're a bard. You're a part bard with negative charisma, correct?
no, I'm a part bard with negative intelligence and wisdom.
Yes. Your Arcana check is.
Which is why it was so astounding that I rolled that nat 20 on the
Yep.
adamantium ring.
So, as you, Boar is not a person who actually understands the meaning of the word meditate. So you kind of just sit there and stare at the sword for a while.
Show me your secrets.
So, and as you sit there, you kind of get bored, and you eventually just end up flicking it. And from the flick, a vibration fills the air, at least to your ears. And similar to the adamantium ring, it resonates with you, and you get the sensation of fire, and not too dissimilar to the ability you discovered on the battlefield. It runs through this sword in a way that, while you get the feeling that the ability was not there at the making, it was added afterwards, and you could even see a few glyphs along the handle and even the scabbard. But you get the feeling that this incantation and ability was added afterwards. You also start to understand a little bit better the reason for the keyword and why during the early makings of such weapons they were just turning on and off without any rhyme or reason. So the invention of the keyword was added, and you discover that while there is already a keyword in place, it can be changed now that you have gained a better understanding of it.
More so than that, I just forgot what the word was.
Dork!
So I will experiment with a few words, but then stumble upon Shruhan, and then my pants catch fire. So
As the sword,
if anybody is nearby, you hear from the woods.
So as you settle upon the word Shruhan, the sword, the magic of the sword accepts the keyword, and immediately as you say it, lights on fire, and you have to quickly pat yourself out. All right.
I like a little breeze in my knees.
Do I hear this?
Do any of us hear this?
I will say it's he woke up about mid-morning, so it's probably later morning at this point. So yes, you all have started to the same sensation of the sun shining through your window onto your eyelids has awoken the rest of the party as well. And from the very distant edges of town, you hear a scream that sounds slightly familiar.
There's just birds flying out of the trees.
I was thinking the same thing. Like it was like that. Zoom out, scream. Zoom out, echo. Zoom out, echo.
Birds.
I'm gonna wake up. I'm just gonna sit there, lay in bed, open my eyes, be like, gotta go get him again.
So, would you like to go out and search for your friend?
I'm gonna go and search for my friend, making sure that I do have my new hammer on me as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna see if I notice anybody as well while I'm walking out. Look for people.
Okay.
Ooh, also, a quick question for the DM.
Yes.
Because my memory's a little foggy and the battle took like 2 weeks to do, there wasn't really any structural damage apart from the fields getting fucked up, right?
Parts of the field caught on fire. Othavir's shop was pretty much, yeah, you guys did some like minimal damage to it. There was an entire floor taken out by the time it was over. That was one of the very first things because a boulder impacted it.
Oh, I forgot about the boulders initially. Okay, gotcha.
And there was another boulder that hit an abandoned building that was completely demolished.
Gotcha. There you go. Okay, sorry. Please continue.
Yeah. So for Zorkon, as you are leaving the shield house, you see a familiar face. Gelrin Fohammer is approaching your direction. It's like, I'm glad I caught up to you. I figured leaving town sooner rather than later. A lot of excitement, but you lot seem like the traveling kind. So I thought I'd give you one last piece of goodwill before you leave. And he hands you a letter that you can see is wax stamped with the Fohammer symbol. If you ever find yourself in Citadel Felbar, give that to the king or queen. That'll get you in some pretty high places if you ever need the help.
Thanks. If I ever find myself in those places, I'll make sure I go out of my way.
Well, good luck. I already sent word to a couple of interested and trustworthy parties about the ring. But until then, I'm gonna try to stay close to it at all times.
See that you do, and be careful.
You too. With these sightings of giants getting more frequent than what I've heard, I feel like you're going to need a little bit of luck and goodwill from the gods. So.
Can I ask the DM? Raise my hand. Where is Felbar compared to us?
Citadel Felbar is roughly just under 3 weeks to the east in the Silver Marches.
So it wouldn't be on the map.
It is on the map. It's very eastward of it. It would take you. You would know.
Boar would know. That's why I was trying to figure out where it was.
Yeah, it's roughly just a little under 3 weeks east.
Actually, I meant to. I know it's a little like out of character right now, but how far can you normally go in a day by walking?
You would know that on the road you can cover about 24 miles a day.
That's what I thought. Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. So Fohammer returns to the forge, and you go off to find Bor. Zutrioth, what would you like to do to start the day?
I'd like to wake up from a hangover.
Well, roll a Constitution. Let's see how bad it is.
That one. 15 plus my Constitution.
I appreciate the attempt.
Which is 17.
17. You get a little bit of a headache, but it's not as bad as it could be. You got plenty to eat.
I'm just gonna, kneel at my bedside and just do a general morning prayer to Kellenborg.
Okay. Ja and Kelpie. How would you two like to start the day?
Well, I'm pretty sure Kelpie and I did not drink anything last night.
If I remember, you guys went straight to bed.
Yes, that is correct. Why do I sound so rumbly?
I love it.
Rumbly in your tumbly.
Well, I am going to get out of bed, and probably Kelpie's going to do the same, and go down and find some breakfast.
Okay. You find at the bar of the inn, Urgala, the innkeeper you have been staying with, going about her normal routine, despite the events of the previous day. She's just cleaning the glasses, like, I see you're awake. What can I get you?
Blade of eggs for the both of us, please.
Coming right up. As she gets to work on that, and eventually sets it down. After a few minutes, sets it down in front of you. I got an inkling that the situation yesterday is just, well, a precursor to what's on the horizon. And
What do you mean?
well, if word is to be believed, this wasn't the only attack like this. According to some sources I've heard pass through town, there's been attacks all over the north, and then increasing in frequency. I have a feeling, well, this isn't the last we'll be seeing of any of these giants. And it got me thinking. You lot are probably going to be traveling around a lot, yes?
Yes.
Well, then you'll need proper equipment. And then I just so happened to remember there was back in my adventuring days, I ran with a man named Harthos Zimorvin, a wealthy knight. We used to travel together. If I remember correctly, he had a giant slayer great axe that he used to carry around. And I suppose any of your party would be interested in such a weapon.
I believe there are some members of the party who would be interested.
Well, in that case, if you ever find yourself in need of it or want of it, last I heard, he was living in his ancestral home of Zamorin Hall, not too far from Silvery Moon. Should be just northwest of there on the Raven Road. If you find your way there and gain an audience with him, explain the situation and maybe drop my name in a few places, and he might just lend it to you.
Very well.
I'll leave you to your food. Have a good day.
Thank you.
After my morning prayer to Kellenborg, not really asking for anything, just general prayer. Just checking in, saying, hey, go down and hand Urgala 20 silver pieces. Just say, thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, you don't have to worry about anything. The Lord Protector already paid for it.
Consider it a tip.
Very generous. Thank you. We're going to need it here in the next few days.
Yeah. I apologize for the situation.
Believe it or not, this is not the rowdiest bunch to ever come into the Shield House.
Well, You have tales to tell.
Oh, I can think of a few. Like for one, there was this. I believe they're called a cockra.
Don't you fucking dare.
Weird guy, always talking to the air.
Sounds very fucking stupid.
A very rude person too. Didn't seem to like humans too much. He always seemed to be liking to dropkick stuff. I don't know why.
How is his stamina?
Not bad.
I'm not there. I'm not there. It's just
Compared to some people.
oh, he's under the desk. He's done.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Eluin.
All right. I quit. I quit.
We're done taking the piss. We're done.
All right. So I bow my head and say, "Well, thank you again. I suppose I should be off to find my friend, as I did hear his shrieks earlier."
I was wondering what that was. Good to know we're not under attack again.
No, he probably just found a snake or something. I don't know. I'll go find him.
All right.
And I head out the door to catch up.
As you head out, not too far behind Zorkon to find your companions. Eluin, how would you like to start the day?
Went back to sleeping where I normally slept,
Mhm.
and I would like to walk downstairs, hoping to find my friend.
You walk downstairs, and surprisingly, I forgot his name for a second.
As did I. That's why I said my friend.
Erlon.
Thank you, Erlom. Surprisingly, nowhere in sight.
Of course, the moment when I need to talk to him. I go looking for him.
Okay.
Outside and anywhere else.
You look around. You look around the shop, and the places you know he might be. You find a few of his employees, some of the bodyguards that he rents out to traveling caravans. According to them, they haven't seen hide nor hair of him since last night.
Damn it. After not finding him, I will head into where Kelpie and Jar are and get some breakfast as well.
You quickly acquire a plate of eggs as well, and can sit down and converse if you so wish.
Hey, Jar.
Ellie,
You had some good stuff out there yesterday.
as did you.
You haven't seen my friend around, have you?
I have not.
Okay.
Kelpie, have
Anything?
you? She's still giving me the silent treatment.
I gotta get played that one.
All right, well played. Hey.
If you do, find me.
I will.
Thanks.
She's
And then
I think it only lasts for an hour.
yeah.
Oh,
something went
That'd-
wrong.
And that would be it for now.
Potion is not meant
Okay.
for animals.
Zutrath,
So,
as you go to find your friends, you find Dars trying to fix his field.
yeah, I gotta hobble over. Sorry about your field.
He's currently trying to like put back the displaced dirt so his back is turned towards you. But he hears your voice and looks over his shoulder. It's all right. Figure
Fun.
whatever that hunk of junk was that was in there is Well, it's better that it's not there anymore. It's not my problem.
Yeah, it's probably fucking with the soil, making it harder to till. That was horrible work for me when I did it.
Yeah. Well, it worked with me, so I figured it worked for other people too. It takes a while, I'll admit, but if you ever get some downtime in between traveling around, it helps to do it every now and then.
So as far as your reparations with the town, what do you think is your plan?
My plan? Funny you should ask. I actually just got a recent visit from an old friend, a merchant from Mirabar. Interesting tale he was telling me. Saw a dwarf working in the stables at Xantharl's Keep. About a week later, he was in Longsaddle, and he just happened to see the same face on a wanted poster. Apparently, he thinks the dwarf is a brigand by the name of Weevil. Was wanted up in Mirabar for thief and murder, I believe. Reward's pretty good, but I think I'm gonna stick here. I'm getting a bit old for that kind of work. But you're welcome to it.
Where'd you say you were spotted?
Xanatharl's Keep.
Xantharl's Keep. All right.
It's a little bit north on the road where we are. Well, not a little bit, but it's a long way north of the road from where we are now.
Right.
You strike me as someone who wants to do the right thing, so maybe you should take a crack at it. Plus, the reward's pretty good. It's about 5,000 gold.
Couldn't hurt to try. I thank you for the information.
Good luck, kid.
I shall bring this up to our party and see if we can organize a sting.
Well, best of luck to you, and safe travels wherever it may lead.
You as well. Kellenborg protect you.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So,
can I just say, I love that the guy that says he's getting too old for this was the one using a fucking sling against giants.
well, like his hair is actually graying from what you've seen. He's graying in his platinum blonde hair, and he's got a lot of wrinkles.
Oh, he's a silver fox.
Fucking Ricketts didn't help with his sling.
Okay. Zorkon, you eventually do track down Boar, who is...
Boar, why are there holes in your pants?
He will have found me with a rabbit on spigots with the sword on fire underneath. And I'll just be crouching there going, no reason. They're very clearly burn marks, by the way. Like, they're not just holes. Like, they are charred.
Okay.
Hey, I figured out how to make the sword work.
How's the rabbit?
4 or 5 more minutes.
Well, at least you found a use for it. Other than cute.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Oh.
Don't ask, I already did.
I see you found a new sword.
Oh, this is the one that I was attacking that giant with that Foehammer gave us.
Oh.
Yeah, he got that nice little hammer of his.
Which, as a note, do you also...
oh, I know.
For the audience, I messed up last time. They should not have been able to use the special abilities of those weapons because they require attunement. So, Zorkon, you will have to attune to that eventually.
We'll just say that Foehammer lit them before, or enabled them to work for us before he gave us.
Yeah. And I do need to say this for the group and for the audience. I had a few screw-ups last time. I looked at the wrong part of my notes for when they went to go tell the brothers about their about the found remains of their family member. It was not a long sword. That was a long bow. So that was my bad. So Elwyn has a long bow, not a long sword. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. So can you remind us again what that was that you got? Was it like a +1 longbow or what was it?
Yes, it is a +1 longbow. And the way I described it to him, it is a it's of a the wood of the bow itself seems to be of similar make to most common bows. The only difference is there is a carving of a vine that wraps the entire way around the wood, and that the outline of the vine is inlaid with silver.
Oh.
Very pretty.
Okay.
He's probably gonna try to sell it now.
I don't know. I think he's using a longbow, man. Look at that.
Actually, I can't use a longbow. I'm actually proficient.
Oh, he's selling it. All right.
You're an
I'm
elf.
I am very proficient in that longbow.
Yeah,
Very
I was about to say,
proficient.
Yeah.
should be able to use that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Crossbow?
time
Longbow.
passes. Boar will say, Shruhan, pull the sword out as it deignites, goes out, I guess.
Yes, you see the flames from the tip to the base of the blade. You see the flames slowly crawl down into the hilt and extinguish.
Sheath it, pick up the rabbit on a stick, look at him and go, want some?
At this point, Zushirathi would also have come across this site.
I'll take a leg.
I'll take an ear.
Yeah.
You don't eat
So-
the ears.
Yeah. So, what would the three of you like to do?
Go ahead.
So, I caught up with Dars, the field hand, and I seem to have caught wind of a bounty on someone who is holed up in Xanathar Keep, you said?
It's Xantharl. Xanatharls.
Xantharls.
Xantharls, sorry.
Xanathar's Keep.
I'm adding an extra A. Xantharls Keep.
With my expert knowledge of maps and shit, because that's the one thing Boar's good at. That's
It's roughly
that's almost
a little over
200
a week.
miles away,
Yeah,
give or take.
it's a
Unless we
little
get some
over a week.
horses, we're in for a
Aren't
decently
we?
long journey.
Aren't we headed north? Head on the way there.
Well, now maybe this is the alcohol messing with my brain. I remember someone saying something about going east for something. I know we had to go north to deliver a letter that Zorkon has. You still have that, right?
It's somewhere in here. I ruffle through my bag, pull it out.
I believe.
We're supposed to go to Bryn Shander.
Yes, that was your original quest from Nightstone, was to go north to Brian Shander. Yesterday, also, Othavir did give you another job, or another clue to a job that would take place in also Silvery Moon, the same as.
But that was told to Kelpie, Jean, and Elwyn, who are not here, so we don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
Or at least we don't have them here to discuss it.
Yeah.
Where is pardon my stupidity, where is Silvery?
It is
To the
east.
east.
Silvery Moon. It's just like I'm sitting here like Silver Moon. I'm like, blood elves.
But yeah, they have a bounty of 5,000 gold on them in Mirabar.
Where's
And they're-
where's the bounty meant to be turned in? Do we have to come back to Tribor?
Probably Mirabar.
That's still further north of there. Another 2-3 days, so long as the weather's good. I mean, that's
Yeah.
right. We're supposed to be
let's see
going.
here.
I'm looking at the map. I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I mean, That's two birds with one stone, if you ask me.
I wonder.
I mean, in the end, it's just a dwarf who's posing as like a stable master or something, and like we can organize a little sting there. And
Well, let me check with you real quick, because I know that you can be just a little bit particular about us doing things, whether they be right or wrong or whatever. Are you okay with this?
thievery and murder seems like they belong in a hole.
Zorkon, I do believe I am on board with this particular request.
Nothing I like about a dwarf who doesn't hold up at least a little bit of honor, even if we're particular to some shiny things. But yes, not happy about that. And it is 5,000 gold. Split that between all of us. It's a lot of money.
So long as we don't let Kelpie take the money, we at least have a chance of seeing some of it.
Now, to be fair, 5,000 gold, there's probably more to it than we're making it seem. But if we go at it confident that it's just a dwarf that we'll catch, we can adapt.
I do have another thing I was given, though, just to throw it out. I'm going to pull out the letter to Felbar. Foheimer said if I turn this in to Felbar, I think it is?
The king and queen of Felbar, yes.
The king and queen of Felbar.
Yeah, Citadel
Felbar. Put us in good standing with them, and they might help us out if we need it. I don't know when we might go there.
Well,
but king and queen is...
Felbar's long past Silvery Moon. That's at least a month's journey on foot. Unless by then we can afford a cart and some horses, we're in for a much longer trip than we are looking at to get up to Mirabar.
Oh, I know. That's why I just want to make you guys aware of it.
Well,
who knows? Maybe
we
we'll
are
find
currently missing 3 others of our party. Perhaps we should go find them and see what we think as a group.
Right.
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, let us depart then.
Let us fuck off in the onward direction.
I forgot about
that. Let's make like a tree. Get the fuck over there.
So, as you all head back toward the inner town, you see another familiar face.
Damn.
Narth runs up to Boar. Hi.
What's up, short shit?
I just want to say thank you. For
what?
Well, for one, helping save Tribor, and another, encouraging me. But I still want to be an adventurer, but I realize I might need to work a bit harder on my skills before I'm ready to go out into the world. If the attack has taught me anything, I'm not really ready at the moment.
Would I have seen him at all?
Yeah,
he was hiding quite a bit.
He was hiding, but you did see a few. You did see him afterward picking a few arrows out of some enemies.
Well, you seem to be pretty handy with a. What do you got? Like a crossbow, bow,
longbow.
Longbow. Well, I would say. Now, granted, those are some really big targets, kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
Practice a little bit longer. Maybe find a group that you can join. With some people that can be up front, like me. Hang back, get some experience being on the road, see how you like it. It's not for everybody. Shit conditions. You can get attacked anytime. And if you're not ready for some up close and personal combat, you will die.
Yeah, I'm not sure your words would have had as much impact on me 2 days ago, but I definitely see what you mean now. Thank you.
Now me, I like fighting. I like things that are bigger than me. It's a challenge. But for you, start out small for me, all right?
Yeah, I can do that. I actually came here for 2 things. I
I can't count that high. You're gonna have to take it nice and slow.
Just. You can tell Narth is not used to the fact that 2 is too much.
I've only got 8 fingers, man. You gotta give me a break here.
Right.
I'm gonna pat him on the back. Don't worry about it. Just explain what you need.
Well, due to the fact that we've been attacked and the situation seems to be a lot more dire than we originally thought, the Lord Protector has rallied the militia in the area, which means that there are no longer anyone to deliver certain high-profile deliveries for the lion's
Spit it
share.
out, son.
Would you be interested in making a delivery? I can pay it. It would pay 100 gold up front, and I even provide a cart and a horse that you can keep.
Where?
Noanar's Hold.
Where was it?
It's east. It's Noanar's Hold near the eastern edge of the High Forest. No, sorry, the western edge of it's east to the western edge of the High Forest.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Wait, who? Where's this?
Follow the road from Tribor west, and right as you get to the trees, look down.
You mean east? Follow east.
Yeah, to the right of Tribor. Is that not what I said?
You said west.
I did? Oh, sorry. I meant
like,
to the right of Tribor.
This man knows his maps.
Oh, Loston's
fuck
Hold?
up.
You said Loston's Hold?
No, Noanar's Hold.
Noanar's Hold? Okay.
It's just 5 harnesses made by Othavir. They're pretty high. They were pretty high demanded though, and he did some of his best work. But they're expected within the next 2 weeks, and
That's
I
an
could
easy
really.
enough trip.
Yeah.
I will talk to my my fellows here in a little bit. We're trying to find the rest of them because we have had other opportunities. No offense to you, but
None
that might be a
taken.
little bit more lucrative to our interests. But I will chat with them and I'll come find you a little later.
Thank you. I'll just be at the lion coister.
All right, go
Good
on
day.
and get.
He kind of jumps. Right. Scurries off.
And I mean, the other two heard that as well, so.
I heard part of it. The other part was me looking at the map trying to figure out where. I was looking at it, I'm like, where is all of this?
Yeah.
Because I'm so ingenuitive and pay attention to everything. I heard all of that conversation.
Yeah.
Sure did.
So 100 gold.
Now, I will
horse.
say, for the purpose of this, Bor, you know relatively where these areas are because you and Zorkon have traveled around. Zorkon, you remember the names of some of these places, and you vaguely remember probably passing out drunk in a few of them.
And I would have seen a map at one point.
Yeah,
or
you've
another.
seen a map, but you don't currently have a map, so you.
You don't know how to read a map.
That's the one thing Bor is good at. Like it's part of his like features and traits, like directions, remembering locations, geographical features. It's just
Oh no. I'm not saying that you wouldn't be able to identify what's on a map. You can't read it though.
no,
he
but
can't
it's still if
read
someone says like
locations.
this is Noanar's Hold and points at the map, he will remember that whatever that name is there.
Okay.
Like if you gave him a brand new map that he's never seen before, oh, he's fucked.
Okay.
But considering that we've been in this area for a while, he's got most of it in his brain right now.
Gotcha.
Ow, claws. All right.
Considering
like,
all these locations, should we be looking for a cartographer or anything like that sometime soon, guys?
What? Could you?
What's
do you mean?
cartographer again? You like a
A
map
map
maker?
maker. A map maker.
We
What do
should
you mean,
probably
like-
get a map of the area.
Get a map for ourselves?
Yeah.
You got one right here.
We're fucked. Nah, Boar is actually quite good at what he does.
Right.
And what I do isn't very nice sometimes. Like spreading plague or something.
You do know your way around a map.
With barrels.
I mean, we can always ask around. It can't hurt to have one. Maybe I've forgotten where a place is. You never know. You want to go do
We're
that,
sure
and we can find the others and meet back here in a little while. Meet at the tavern.
Yeah, I'll go look for anyone who would happen to have a map.
Because I'm poor as fuck right now, and I can't afford
I'll
a
check-
biscuit.
I'll check with the Rothra.
Actually, no, I actually have money. Holy shit. Never mind.
Checking with the Rothra.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check with the Rothra, see if she would know any cartographer in the area.
So as the two of you head to the shield house, Zutroth, you walk to the Lord Protector's tower, and as usual, the door is wide open. It's middle of the day, so Lord Protector is taking visitors and citizens to bring forth their needs. Which you do notice the traffic is a little heavier than usual due to the recent events. But you eventually make your way to, I guess, the head of the line. You see in one corner what was a map table earlier in the from your visit earlier in the week. That was relatively plain. You now see markers and flags and stuff put into the map marking certain troop movements and stuff.
I steal the map table. I'm kidding.
It's
More, give me a hand.
I'm not gonna lie, I could just see Eluine like. What
Don't
are
mind
you doing?
me.
You don't see me.
So I bow my head and good morning, Dorathra, Lord Protector.
Zutroth, I believe, yes?
Yes, thank you.
It's good to see you. Once again, thank you for thank you for all of your help with the past few days.
Oh, of course, anything to rid myself of some imps.
Yes.
I was wondering if there would be any cartographer nearby or any maps in the area that we could buy.
We don't have any resident cartographers, but I do believe we have an extra map that we usually give to our lieutenants that I can provide, granted that you might do a favor for me in turn.
I'm listening. I'm hearing. Nice.
As she turns to one of her, she turns to one of her advisors. Deal with the next few people with you. I have to have a private meeting. As she motions for you to follow her into a back room. She leads you into her office, actually.
Give me the map.
And as she leans on her desk, she says, "What you might not be aware of, and while this is not exactly a secret, I don't exactly go projecting with a loud voice. I am a member of a certain group." As she pulls back part of the leather harness, and underneath is her tunic, and embroidered into the tunic is the symbol of a harp.
She's a
Get out of the trash. Go away.
I'm not sure if you've heard of us, but I am one of the harpers.
Sorry.
We mainly deal with information gathering and using the information and our resources to ensure that the North runs smoothly and the people are kept safe.
Respectable.
Unfortunately, due to my position and responsibilities as Lord Protector, I have not had much contact with my fellow Harpers as of late, but it surprises me that there was no warning given to me about the giant activity in the area.
Right.
I need to make sure that my comrades are aware of the gravity of the situation. And as she says this, she walks around her table and pops open just a small wooden box, a case, similar to like a jewelry box, but she pulls out a platinum badge, and you see that it has the same symbol that you've seen on the flag flying over the Lord Protector's tower, which is 3 boars charging, which is the symbol you assume of Tribor. She hands it to you. If I provide this map for you, I would need you to travel east on the Evermore and visit Everlund. There, I need you to go to Denavar's house. Give the badge to a half-orc there by the name of Droll. He'll grant you entrance to our headquarters, hopefully, and you can pass on the message that Tribor and the surrounding areas are not as secure as we once thought, and I would much appreciate some communication thrown my way.
Of course. Well, that would definitely be our... Well, it would probably be our main priority right now, and just making sure that the area is safe. We do have a couple other opportunities thrown our way, but you know, a bit of gold might not be as important as the safety of a town that has accommodated us so nicely.
If you are looking for easier travel means, then I can assure you that if you do this for me and receive the good graces of the Harpers, they will... Well, they have certain ways of expediting certain travels.
Mm-hmm. I guess we're going over there.
In that case, she walks over. In that case, she walks over to a trunk and pulls out a wooden map case and sets it down in front of you. There's your map. If there's anything else I can provide, I would happily do so.
Of course, I would. I'll see to it that we get word over there.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else you need?
I believe that's it. And this map covers...
That would cover the entire northern realm of the Sword Coast.
Excellent. All right. So no shortage of information there.
No, it does not have every location marked on it, but it has each of the members of the Lord's Alliance, most of the major towns, and a few of the more notable landmarks.
All right. I'll catch up with my party then. We'll see to it that we head over there and expedite that information.
My gratitude is always with you, as she leads you out.
Kellenvor protect you. Mm-hmm. Just head out to the shield house.
Okay. So, Boar and Zorkon, is there anything you want to do before Zutroth catches up as you enter the shield house?
Can I actually ask you a quick question about some of the locations?
Yes.
So, Nonar's Hold, is that a human city?
Yes. Most of the cities along the main roads will be human-dominant settlements with, from your experience, halflings, gnomes, and other races sprinkled in.
Silvery Moon too? Silvery Moon's human?
Yes, Silvery Moon would be mainly human.
And then the last one is
if I'm not
Felbar. Is
mistaken,
Felbar also human?
Felbar.
Felbar, you would know, is a citadel of the dwarves.
Okay, so then I'm not crazy then.
That's Mirabar, Xantharls, and the other ones apart from Felbar are all human, because Felbar
right.
is dwarf. Okay.
Just wanted to make sure.
Because
I don't know, I
Silvermoon
guess I'm
does
just
sound
waiting
like an
for
elf
Zutra.
place. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I opened the map. Boar's gonna have to help me out with this.
So yeah, I will at least go ahead and head on to the tavern and try to find Ja, Kelpie, and Elliot.
Yeah, do you want to do anything before Zutrath catches up with you as you make your way and arrive at the shield house?
I mean,
Not that I can think. I'm munching on my rabbit, so I'm content as a bird.
Okay.
A big, fat, green bird.
Eluin and Ja/Kelpie, is there anything else you would like to attend to?
Eggs are good.
So I catch up.
I had bird. Bird is now gone.
Bird is good.
Eluin?
I'm good.
All right. So, as Zutrioth catches up with the rest of the party and you all convene at one of the tables of the shield house, most of you have been fed and yes?
Of the three of them, do either of you have really good senses of smell?
Yes.
You would smell my pants having been burnt.
Mm-hmm.
That is all.
that is something I forgot to mention. As Bor walks in, you notice he has two new more like subtractions to his pants with singe marks around the edges.
That was quick. That was good.
Well done.
Not even going to ask.
he got him from Hot Topic.
As much as I hate to say it, score one for Zorkon.
Couldn't resist.
We're on a roll, buddy. No. Okay. So I'm gonna get to the shield house and say, Bor,
Alright.
come here a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to John Eluine and beckon over Miss. Who's the in lady again?
Urgala.
Orgala.
Sure, we're gonna go with her. I'm gonna ask for 2 to 3 times the amount of food that freaking John just ate.
I want all of your bacon.
I ate a
That too.
lot.
All of your bacon.
I don't think you understand. I want you to take every bit of bacon you have. No one else can have any.
I'm kidding.
Well, the Lord Protector is footing the bill, so
I'm kidding. I will take a plate of eggs and bacon, please. Lots of bacon.
I'm not kidding. Give me all of your bacon. And I want some eggs too.
all right. As she gets to work on that.
Yes, sorry.
Anyway.
I was hungry. What can I help you with?
So I bring him to the door of the shield house and I point towards the Lord Protector's keep. Point to the flagpole up top there.
Yep.
You see that, Bor?
It's a flag. Flag, yes.
What's on the flag?
3 little piggies.
3 little boars.
Three. Hey.
Climb up that flagpole, make this town quad bore.
I will start walking towards the castle.
Or you get back in here. You got food coming.
Oh. I'll do it later.
All right. Also, we're going to the Evermores, and we are talking to a clan called the Harpers.
You mean Everlund?
Everlund.
Right, but it's in the Evermores.
It's on the Evermore Road.
It's on the edge of the Evermores.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you've decided already which way we're going?
Right. The reason I say this is because
do you want to just tell me or do you want to tell everyone?
let's get inside.
Okay. I don't want to have to hear you talk twice. Let's go.
All right. So,
as you all gather around a table and Zutrath starts speaking.
Thank you for
now that I've
gathering
gathered you all
here
here today.
We're going to be going to Everhouse. I forgot the name.
Were you
Everyone.
successful in finding a map, by the way? You came back awfully quick.
Yes. So, they gave us a lieutenant's map.
Can I see it?
That they had spare, of course. Hand the boar over. Hand the map over to boar.
Hand the boar over to map.
And say
Take it
we're
out.
going
Set it
to
on
the
the table.
Everlands.
Tap on the map where he said. Show him exactly where it is.
Well, actually, this is a slightly different map than you're used to, so you would need to establish where Tribor is first. They are marked on the map, but you can't read.
So I wouldn't be able to judge by the landmarks drawn on there where Tribor is.
You would okay, so yeah, you're
Maybe
It's the one thing I got. Come on.
yeah, okay. I will say that
I can roll for it.
you can. No, I'll let this stand because
Okay.
based on general landmarks, because this is actually near your original stomping ground, so you can kind of figure out based on where this forest is in comparison to this forest, you can kind of triangulate the location.
Math numbers just appear in front of his head. So he'll first point to where we are. Say that's us, right there-ish area, a little bit to the left of that river.
And you and Zutroth, you see, sure enough, his finger landed in the vicinity of Tribor.
Everland's over here.
All
Now,
right.
so I'm assuming you have already agreed with someone, decided that we are heading east. Am I correct?
Yes, and the reason that is because one, they are ties of information with the Lord Protector, and it would be in our best interest to probably keep the town safe from their.
Did she give you a deadline? How soon do we have to do this?
I assume as soon as we can, just because it's regarding the giant threat, and they haven't gotten any information from their information sources. So,
Don't also forget that she also said she has a way to expeditedly get us to places.
I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
It's not your turn.
You don't have the talking pillow.
Stick.
And two, the point I was going to make, they are able to expedite. They have ways of expediting our travel. I'm told by the Lord Protector, so we could probably head up to Xanthar's Keep fairly quickly, provided they help us with that, and then head over to Midgar and probably head over up until.
All right. Well, a little OOC here. I forget I remember that there was something to be done in Silvery Moon, but I don't remember if I was there for that conversation.
It was me.
Let me check. There should be two things in Silvery Moon, I believe. Both of them Jaw would have been present for, which was Urgala with the Great Axe, and Othavir with his tip about a family he had ties with having a hoard of possible magical items.
Okay. Well,
Which
then,
is what I was going to get to.
Since I haven't heard that yet, I will say, well, it was Darce, right? What was the name? Narth? Who was the little shit that I was in control of?
Narth.
Narth. Well, Narth said that there was a delivery that he needed done. He could provide a cart and horse, which we would be able to keep. If we have to go to Everland, Nonar's hold is on the way. Now, that one has a time limit. He said 2 weeks. We can easily get there week and a half, so long as there's no real delays.
All right.
So that's at least on the way, and we get to keep the horse and the.
Look at his horse.
Horse in the court.
Look at his horse.
The horse
So,
and the.
That's at least on the way. That's two things at once. Now,
Right.
just
So
to interject, I don't know about Zorkon's thing. because he was talking to Fohammer by himself. I was busy burning my pants, so never mind. I can't talk about that.
Zootrat does because I said something, but
Right. But so that's all that I can really say right now.
So, provided the Harpers are willing to help us with our travel, we could probably do that delivery, talk to the Harpers over there, and then have travel up to Xantharl's Keep, and then
I'll
turn that
where
dwarf
is on
in
the
at
map.
Midgar.
Or Mirabar, right?
Mirabar, sorry.
So I'll point to those 2 locations on the map as he's saying them.
Does that seem like a sensible route?
I'm going to stab a giant clawed finger right in Silvery Moon. We need to go here. Or north of here.
Into Silvery
What's over
Moon, what's there?
A weapon.
Or weapons.
Multiple weapons. One of them will be useful against giants.
Alright. So,
I do like the sound of that.
And don't we have...
So, if we can get help traveling from Silvery Moon after we do what we have to do in the Everland,
I mean, that's easily a day's journey between Silvery Moon and Everlund. We can get that done real quick. That is not that far out the way.
yeah, and then they can help us with our travel over to Xantharl's Keep, and then we can do whatever we have to do with the dwarf.
I mean, considering that dwarf thing is successful and we turn him in at Mirabar, we're already on our way up to Bryn Shander. So
Right. So that'll probably be our best course of action.
Kelpie,
Wait,
what you think?
She's not talking. She's
not- oh.
in a mood.
All right. Well,
I see what you did there.
You also had the Citadel Felbar, which was a little bit past Silvery Moon as well.
I'm shoveling bacon and eggs and ale into my mouth at this point.
So,
We gotta let everyone king and queen.
so we go
then
from
I'll
Tribor.
point there. Where that is.
So we can go from
like
Tribor, do the delivery, go to the Everlands, then to Silvery Moon, Citadel Felbar, and then
Just a side note, Bor, you've actually never been there, so you wouldn't know where the Citadel is.
But I would.
What
Correct.
You would.
I was gonna say,
Is
at
it
the
marked
very
on the
least, he
map?
could have shown me on the map where it was.
Yeah. Zorkon can
'Cause-
figure it out.
Let me
I gesture
check
while
my-
I'm eating. I'd point with a piece of bacon. It's over there.
right. So
Yeah, so you have an
Roadmap.
excellent memory for maps and geography. So even if I'd never been there, if I had seen it on a map, I would know where. I made it big. Then I would still know where I
right.
was.
So our roadmap looking like from Tribor to make that delivery to the Everlands,
Zorkon.
Everlands, Silvery Moon. No,
Yeah.
Silvery Moon, Citadel Felbar.
What do we
and
have to
then-
do at the Citadel?
We can we can give the letter to the king and queen, and we can be in relatively high places over there. See if we can get any assistance there before we head over to the dwarf, making trouble in Xantharl's Keep. Well, potentially soon.
Worst case, I can always walk over to Felbar myself.
Not ideal.
You're looking at a probably close to a week's journey just from Silvery Moon to the Citadel.
Just as a note, Bor, you would know that from your current position, it would take just under 3 weeks to get to the Citadel.
Yeah,
From Silvery Moon?
from
No,
Tribor.
from your
current
current
position.
position.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like
okay.
if I measured correctly, which I was using my finger for, it's like 20 days if we just do an easy pace of 25 miles a day. It's a long time.
So, can we agree on that route though? We can do the delivery.
It sounds like there's
Everland.
more rush for things to get done in the east than there is to the north. Now that dwarf may escape from Xantharl's, but even then, if we get there, maybe
We
get
have
some
more
info.
pressing matters. Yeah.
Right, I agree.
So
Agreed.
head over through to Citadel Felbar and the Harpers can potentially
we'll make
assist
some
us in our
pit stops
travels
along
over
the
to
way to
the
Felbar.
Xanthar's Keep, and who knows, we might catch them.
Sold.
With,
I'm gonna
with
walk out and
blinding
try to
speed.
find Narth.
And with blinding speed, that plate of bacon and eggs is all gone. I wash it down with some of my ale. And we're like, I'm going with them.
Hold on, what did you roll? What did you roll?
What'd you roll?
A 16.
Not bad. Not bad.
You keep it all down.
That was an intimidation check.
Constitution check.
A stomach
You belch
check?
and make room.
I have to make one for every one of my 3 stomachs.
Given that you just douche, it was an intimidation check on the stomach. You will respond nicely to that food.
All right, I'm gonna go find North.
All right,
Alright.
I'll follow suit.
Okay. The other 2, well, technically 3.
As soon as I step outside, I will just bellow like North. Just hands him out, just yelling it.
Now would be a perfect time to climb the flagpole and try and get his attention.
Are you telling me that in character?
Hey, Boar, now would be a perfect time to climb up that flagpole and try and get Nerf's attention.
I head for the keep.
What's up, Sean?
Gelby and I are going to find our horse.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You guys do have a horse. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a note so I don't forget that again.
Elian?
I'm gonna try to find my friend again.
We'll start with well, I'll start with Eluin.
The easier one.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes.
find him.
I will say make an investigation check.
Yeah, this dice will do.
Natural 20. Come on, bud.
Please,
Come on,
Boar.
bud. I'm trying to get
I
back
did
to
it for
good
you.
luck. Natural 20.
Have to be a natural 1.
1.
Man, you are 15 off, Boar. It's a 5.
Ooh. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up now.
I had Boar luck. I do it again? Just kidding.
I interfered with the dice gods.
You check in with the contractors and everyone else. He just seems to up and have vanished. Like no one saw him leave town, but you just can't seem to find any sign of him.
Why do I just have this really bad feeling that the freaking thing behind whoever fucking Faux Hammer's house is gonna fucking disappear, and it's gonna be fucking Elliot's friends fucking stole it.
It is out of our hands.
I want you to know I had a plan. I drew it up last night. I'm saying this out of character, by the way. I had a plan. I know what to do, but he's not around. I can't do it.
Making a
Sucks,
plan.
man.
Just checking it twice.
Touching that one.
Jaw and Kelpie, you come around to the stable, and at first glance, there doesn't seem to be any sign of your horse.
Rory, where are you?
Oh no!
The Giants.
Can I do a Kelpie real quick?
Sure.
Rory, where the fuck are you?
Jaw, make a perception check.
All Jaw hears is from Kelpie.
16.
Okay. Over in the corner stable, not far from where you had originally stabled Rory, you see a pile of hay with a tail.
I'm gonna poke it with my tail.
The pile of hay flinches, and from underneath it, a leg kicks out. as you hear, as from the other side of the hay, you see a head kind of, you see a horse head of the head of Rory poke out and look at you like with fear in his eye.
Rory, it's time to go. Kelpie, can you talk to the horse, please?
Rory, it's time to go.
Is it safe?
Oh yeah, we killed them all.
Okay.
Come on.
Does
Get in the
that
bag.
happen often?
Sometimes.
That happens.
Oh no.
Do you want to stay here where they can attack again or come with us?
No. Oh my god, I'm coming with you.
Shall you take it?
Okay. So,
Needless to say, not a bad one.
That was actually really good. That was really good.
Nailed the personality down to a T.
Performance check, go.
That's an IRL
As-
performance check.
as for the other three,
There's a 6.
I believe Boar is trying to climb.
Oh yeah, climbing the outside of that bitch.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So just to better describe the tower, it is a simple stone keep about 2 stories high. It leans a little bit to the east. Hanging above the entrance to the tower is the somewhat dusty banner of Tribor, which is a blood red field with 3 black boars running towards the head of the banner. So if you would like to, are you trying? So you're trying to scale it and reach the banner?
I'm gonna get to the banner at the top.
So
Or is there not a banner
no-
at the top?
There's not a banner at the top. There's just the banner above the. It's on the 2nd story wall.
I'm
above
gonna
the
climb up to the
entrance.
roof. I'm just gonna climb up to the roof for now.
Okay. I need you to make a athletics check.
Not a fucking problem.
That might be a fucking problem.
It's a 20.
Did I say it was gonna be a fucking problem?
I'm okay, hold 1 second. Am I with Zutroth and
Yes.
Or
We follow along.
I'm gonna look at Zutroth and be like, gold, I can hit him in the head. I'm gonna pull one of my throwing hammers and toss it.
Gold
in
if you
my head.
don't.
Are you tossing it while he's climbing or when he gets to the top?
Oh no, while he's climbing.
Okay. So Bor,
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, you are gonna? No, you're definitely gonna.
no,
roll that
you're
natural
definitely
20.
gonna get to the. Well, we'll see. As you start climbing, you find handholds everywhere. It's not a flush wall. It's stones stick
Weather.
out every now and then. You can find handholds. You get to about the top of the banner. You're almost there. Zorkon, make an attack.
Why does this always fucking happen?
Did you nat 20 the attack?
We've known each other for too long,
I got a 19.
which
You're
is
lucky it wasn't.
technically.
You're lucky.
But-
Only with my great. If I was throwing my two-handed hammer, you'd be fucked.
Okay,
But
so
no,
it's not any 19. It's just for that
it's
one
a-
weapon.
It's a 19 plus.
No,
nine.
it's
so it's
it's a crit and it hits.
Yeah.
so.
You roll damage.
Roll damage.
Roll for damage.
Okay. I don't have the die. Where'd the die go? Oh, there it is.
Every fucking time.
12.
12.
Bludgeoning. I think.
So as you reach the top of the banner, almost to the top of the tower, you hear a as your head gets slammed into the wall by a bludgeoning force in the back of your skull. I need you to make a string. No, what would this be?
I'd say Constitution.
Acrobatics, maybe.
Dexterity?
But this would be a saving throw.
Right, Constitution saving throw to see if he
No, but it
keeps his wind about him.
I would say this would be a
Dexterity.
dex saving throw.
Fair enough.
Because it's
See if you
acrobatic.
keep your grip. Now as the damage was 12, you only have to beat a 12.
You fucking asshole.
You're an absolute. Oh, thank God. Natural 12 plus 2, so 14.
Okay. So you
I would like
pull
to
your
rage.
head out of a dent. Okay, you pull your head out of a dent, and as the blood from your face bashing into the to the tower drains down your face, it enters
Good
your
morning!
mouth, and you taste it on your lip, and you go into a rage.
If you look back down on me, I'm going to be doing this with Eliwin next to me.
I mean, Zutra.
Zutra, sorry, Zutra. My
I'm like,
bad.
where did I get there?
Sorry, my bad. I'm going to do
No,
this.
I'm not.
next
I'm not actually gonna rage. Sorry, that was just kind of a.
Hold on.
That was just a
Okay.
joke.
Would I have seen that since I'm out looking for my friend? Would I have seen him do that?
Or would he have just seen Zorkon like throw a hammer at the building?
I'm just
We're going to find out.
I'm just staring at Boar as the hammer hits the back of his head. I'm just like,
This is a perception.
you're not getting any gold.
Perception check.
I'm going to hold out my hand, Pep.
You're not getting any gold.
That'll be a 16. So do I
16?
see him?
Yeah, you see this happen as you pass by the square.
I'm gonna do my first one. Eliwin did it.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go pick up my hammer.
I'm just gonna keep climbing.
Okay, yeah, you reach the top of the tower. As you get up there, you do see it's a pretty flat top, and it's I forgot the word for it all of a sudden.
Plateau.
No, what's it called when a Gower Tower or something has like the
Crenellations.
Ramparts?
Thank you.
Oh,
all around the top.
The ramparts
And,
are the things you walk on.
The ramparts.
gotcha.
Yes. It has the outside of a rampart around the wall, and you do see that there is an entrance into the second floor of the tower by a trap door.
Huh. Would you look
Where's
at
the
that?
flagpole?
There's no
The
flagpole.
flag's
The
on the
flag-
wall. It's not at the top.
About
No,
the
there's a flagpole, right?
no.
It's sticking out of the face of the wall, not up on top.
Fuck's sake.
So I will kind of glance around and then just like fucking deep breath. Like Zorkon would just see him like puffing up and know that it's coming, and then just like bellow, no.
Make a performance check.
Ooh, not bad. 20, not natural.
Okay. As this happens, hold on, I need to check the map because because north is.
He's not that. He's well, he's to the north of the thing. Yeah, I'll project his way.
Okay. Yeah, because that's
You
the
project every way.
Actually, he's at. Need to make sure I got the right place.
He's the road heading north, and he's on the right, because Fohammer was on the left.
No, that's the other place.
That's the
no,
other,
you're right. You're right.
Billy
That's the other
place.
Smith.
No, he's actually directly his place of residence is directly that is directly east.
Well, I don't know where he lives. I would be yelling where he worked. Where I know that he
his
works.
place of work, sorry, is directly
Oh,
east
okay.
of you.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll yell in that direction.
As this happens, everyone immediately stops and looks at the tower.
And sees a bloody boar just.
And
Oh
like
shit, that was 12 damage, right? I forgot to take that.
Yeah.
that's 12 damage.
God damn.
And like 5 seconds pass, and you see the door open, and look around, and he eventually looks up and sees you. He's like, "Yeah."
Don't.
Okay. As he walks over to the tower, I'm not climbing up there.
All right.
I walk over to where I see Boar just like waving to. I'm just like, so we'll take that delivery trip.
Oh. Perfect. Yeah. Let me go saddle
Hey,
the horse
hey.
and touch the.
North? You don't
Yeah?
give shit to Kelpie.
Okay.
All right. I'll be down in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Can I?
As he runs to go attach the cart and
Can I go see if the trapdoor's open so I don't have to be pummeled by Zorkon's hammers anymore?
You're just gonna sit there looking at the tower, twirling a hammer in my hand.
you go over to it and you try to like open it. It's locked.
Bar, you gotta come down.
I just lower Zorkon's hand that is already holding a hammer and just say,
He lowers one and the other hand comes to the other.
I would like to see if I could persuade the lock to no longer be locked.
And I'm guessing by that you mean you're gonna bash it open. Okay. Roll a
You
strength
do.
check.
I mean,
Wait. Okay. Let me ask this. It is a hatch that opens up. So are you trying to pull it out, or okay, or were you trying to? I was trying to figure out which way you were going. Were you going in or out?
I was gonna pull up.
Okay. Make a strength check.
19.
19. See this coming?
I mean, you're kind of at that point. You're breaking and entering.
You hear
Where's
the
the thief?
creaking
and exiting.
You hear the creaking of wood as eventually the you actually hear the creaking of wood and metal as the lock bends slightly. But it doesn't give all the way. It's just like slightly cracked open when the lock catches, and it's just like bent and mangled metal now holding it in place. But it's slightly open.
Stick those hands in.
Can I just, instead of doing it one-handed, just like crouch down, get both hands in that little crack, and just give it one more heave-ho?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We're going to jail.
That's 15.
15?
Yeah.
You try to pull, but the mangled metal has just caught in a weird way and is not giving anymore.
You piece of shit. All right, I'm going to try to sneak over to the other side and climb down before Zorkon can realize I'm not coming down the same side.
Can I snipe him with my bow?
Fucking cut it out. Let's go.
Okay.
Technically, I'm not with them. I see them, but I'm not with them. So I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you can go to the other side and start making your way down. Roll an athletics check and LUN make an attack.
That is a 2, 3, 4.
You know what? I'll use the bird dice for this.
It's a 26.
26? Yeah, you make your way down, no problem. We'll see how this goes.
10 gold hits you in the ass.
My new fancy bow, too.
Oh, that's right.
I want this to be Shrek so bad. There's an arrow in your butt.
What are you doing?
Okay, it's fine. I didn't roll too high.
Oh, fuck.
I rolled the 10. You're fine.
You rolled a 10? Okay. As you're climbing down, you get about halfway down, and right next to your head, you see an arrow off the side of the building.
No way.
I will pause for a moment. Look over my shoulder.
Climbing down.
See LUN.
And there you see LUN with his bow out.
We have a break out of the wall and throw it.
I will continue climbing down.
As Boris struggles to he gets to a point on the wall. No, but he gets to a point on the wall where he's just like, I can't find a foothold, and then the arrow just right below him. Just there it is.
No, I refuse to say that that's what happened. Fuck that. No. Okay.
You make your you make your way to solid ground.
Shaw?
I would like to lightning breath him.
No. I was about to be so happy for a minute there.
I'm gonna let you get it too.
I'm gonna fucking remember this, assholes.
All of a sudden, we
Hey, wolves!
all of a sudden, you just
Flying
see out here in the back. The background, Kamehameha!
Okay, back on track. Bor gets off the tower. He has made a shit list. Moving on.
It's checking it twice.
So I walk over to Boar and heal him for 12 using fucking lay on hands.
I'm about to lay my hands on something else.
So, as Narth is setting up your transportation, is there anything else that you would like to do while you're still in the town?
Why do I feel like
Get
you're
more
saying
arrows.
anything with a fucking emphasis, like there's something that we
hold on.
need to do?
A little.
No, I'm just saying this is your last chance.
Okay, well, Jaw's got a question.
Okay.
You have to go from high to low fast.
I would like to build a new gun.
Okay.
You might need the help of
Well, first off, I need to know what you're attempting.
I need a list of guns that I can build.
I mean, it's up to your imagination, isn't it?
It is most the list of guns they provide for you on D&D Beyond are like a guideline. You tell me what you want. Like, are you looking for something that you can shoot more than once before reloading? Are you looking for a longer range? What do you want? Longer range?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally would have gone with the gun blade, but all right.
I'm getting there soon.
Oh,
okay.
A gun, a flamethrower hammer.
What? No, shut up. You're already broken.
You won't be able to complete the project, but I will say you visit, just to expedite this, you visit Foehammer or the other smith, whichever your preference, and you visit the lion's share, and you gather some supplies, and I need you to roll a Tinker's check.
Does he do it with advantage since he's got Foehammer?
Well, he didn't. Well, Foehammer doesn't know anything about guns, so he would not be able to assist.
What do I add for a Tinker's check?
If you're proficient, are you proficient?
I believe I am.
It should be under your proficiencies. If you are.
So if you look over on the far left side of D&D Beyond, where it says like armor, weapons, tools, and all that, is that in there?
Mm-hmm.
Then you would add your proficiency, which is up by your walking speed, to whatever you rolled.
22.
Ooh, 22.
Wow, that's not bad. That's a really good.
So I will say, for the purposes of the supplies, you get probably the bare minimum, because you already know this is not going to get very far with the time you have. So you spend about 15 gold in total.
Thank you.
I
only have 20.
Your roll really saved you there. And you get what you feel like is a good framework for this new project. It has a well, what do you want it to look like? Are you going for a more musket feel or a more medieval, almost sniper-ish weapon?
Medieval sniper.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Do you want iron sights, or are you trying to construct some kind of scope for it?
Scope. Why not go with the scope?
Yeah.
Okay. Just let you know, it'll take longer and more supplies. And do you want this to this will be a trade-off between power. If you give it more power and more damage, it will be louder and not as stealthy. But if you go for the more silenced approach, it won't do as much damage. So which one do you prefer?
Power.
Obliteration!
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Hey,
so
they can't hit you back if you kill them from long distance. It doesn't matter where you are.
So this construct, from the framework you've already laid out, is you have a long barrel, probably about a yard long. Yeah, maybe a little bit over a yard, but thank you. You attach what will one day house or where you will place the scope. You haven't quite gotten to that point yet, and you have started working on the mechanism inside, the trigger work and everything, and the handle. You do, because you're trying to make it more powerful, you do make the barrel a little bit wider than necessarily normal, more along the lines of that. Yeah.
You mean a cannon?
So the bullets are the bullets are going to require a lot more supplies than normal. But yeah, you've created a workable framework to work off of in the the
that makes me really excited. Actually,
8d6.
Real fast. Do you have anything else to ask that has to do with Jaw's weapon before I ask?
No, I think that about covers it.
Just want to make sure. How long is it going to take him to get this cart and all that stuff ready?
Take him about an hour.
Can I just go stand in? I'm sorry, I don't think the town picture's on this thing.
No.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it pulled up.
You're good. Can I just go to some nearby trees and just start literally practicing? I guess, like, for me, I don't know. Like, for me to attune to something,
attune your hammer.
True, but for me, I'm not gonna sit and do it. I'm gonna sit there and like practice. But he
doesn't want to meditate like I did.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You spend. You can spend the better part of the next hour, because I believe. Let me check attunement.
Attunement is practicing, meditating. It's almost like you can do almost anything you want to familiarize yourself with the source.
Yeah, I'm checking length of time is what I'm checking.
If I don't get the whole thing, that's fine.
I was gonna say we're gonna be on the road for fucking weeks on end.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna be sitting I'll sit in a cart for as long as it takes. Just
okay. It's a short rest, so yeah.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done, the hammer is now a big block of ice. Like,
so you go to the outskirts of the nearby wooded area, and you just start wailing on trees, trying to find that feeling in battle that you felt, because as you've noticed throughout the day, you couldn't activate the same frost property. And as you train with it, and as you get more familiar with the weapon, you finally land a hit on the side of one of the trees that's already been dented in pretty heavily by this weapon, and frost spreads out from the impact and covers the tree in almost like spidery web of icicles.
Oh, Confucius said, "To understand the frost, you must first meditate." But yeah, cool. I'm alright with it. I'm alright with this.
So, is there anything else anyone needs?
I need that 100 gold that Narsh said was going to be paid up front.
We'll get to that. Eluin.
I need arrows for the bow.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Try you do. You can. You can go to the Lion's Share, which is where North works. It's 1 gold per 20 arrows.
I give him. Damn. I'll go there and give him 3 gold for 60 arrows.
All right, so you have 60 arrows in your quiver.
Great. Now he's gonna take an hour and 30 seconds. Fuck.
Thankfully, the +1 bow does not require attunement.
Non-magic.
It is
magic.
Properties.
It is magic.
It is? Oh.
It is magic, yes.
It doesn't have an activatable property that would require it to be attuned.
Okay. So, everyone have everything taken care of?
Dibs on driver.
I have a belly full of bacon.
A little bit of OOC here. So, Oath of Ear gave us the Silvery Moon quest. We had Foehammer that gave us the letter, so if we needed any aid from the fortress. we had Nars give us the thing to drop off on the way to Eluine's deal with the what's-her-face.
No, it's my deal with the Lord Protector.
Yes, I'm sorry, with Zutrios thing with the Lord Protector. And then after that, which is in that place south of Silvery Moon, and after that we've got Eluine's thing for finding that dwarf. That
still not mine.
Okay.
Still not mine.
This is the roadmap.
I'm making sure that we have hit every single NPC that we saved. Have we missed somebody?
No. Wait. We
have not missed one.
You have talked to every single NPC.
Okay.
Got every mission from them.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check on, that we weren't forgetting fucking Shortbow Giant Slayer giving us something to do, or whoever. So I mean,
well, she did give you a quest, but that's also in Silvery Moon.
Oh, so there were two. Okay, I got it. Okay,
yeah.
So then, yeah, no, we're Ja has Rory. Zutrioth was with Narth to get the cart as I was climbing down, and Eluine was shooting at me. So,
what a dick, man.
Okay. You
hit him with a hammer.
No, I didn't.
You all convene in the town square about an hour after Narth leaves to hook up the horse. You find a regular, just wooden carriage that is hooked up to a draft horse. Big draft horse. About brown in color with a white diamond on its forehead.
Dibs.
No.
Here's where the rules of dibs do not apply. No.
Narth hands Boar the pouch of 100 gold and says, it's all packed up in the large crate in the back. It's got the Lion Shield Coister emblem on it.
It was a bunch of harnesses, right?
It's five fine harnesses that has been ordered special.
Where am I delivering this
these are being delivered to a man named Amrath. Amrath. Amrath.
Sorry?
Amrath.
Got it.
He is the Castellan of the hold, and he has requested these special. So please make sure they do not encounter any unfortunate demises.
You did see what we did to those giants, right?
Oh, I'm well aware, and I'm well aware of the destruction you can cause as well.
Good point.
Quick question. How much are your standard healing potions, not the minor ones?
Standard, we usually sell them at 50 gold
50
pieces.
Gold. How much for minor?
Well,
oh, sorry, no, those are the standard. If you're asking for a potion of,
I was gonna say minor is the standard.
No, isn't there just one called Potion of Healing, not minor?
It's Potion of Healing. There is no minor. That technically is the minor Potion of Healing. It's Potion of Healing, and then it should be
major
greater.
And then
greater potion.
Greater, that's it.
Greater, superior.
Yeah.
If you would like a greater, then I believe we sell those.
I'm fine. We're good.
All right.
I have 29 gold, so focus.
This is where I leave you. Best of luck. And may the gods provide.
You do realize he just gave me 100 gold, right? Do you want some potions? Hey, Nard, come back here a second, bud. Can we?
Yes.
Can we trade these for a couple potions?
Yes, that'll get you 2.
Come on.
Nope.
We got work to do. Let's go.
Okay, as he walks away, you hear him mutter, "Note to self: pay adventurers in potions."
Good
as he comes back with two what you recognize as 2 vials of potion of healing.
Give it to him.
I'm not gonna.
There you go.
Hey, look, do you see a place where I can keep these? I'm gonna sit on them. You keep them.
see, I'm not. Oh, see, I'm not gonna lie. All I can imagine is if he wants to throw the potion back, he throws the potion, hits Narth. He's like, oh, I feel better now.
Wow, that actually feels pretty good.
Imagine if it was the other way around, just like he gives us potions, and then it's just like, we get this for some gold instead.
All right, are we ready to go?
We are ready to go.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
You can drive.
Yes, I would like to drive with Kelpie by my side.
Okay. So you
Ellie,
two
you can take
front seat.
Rory.
Well, okay. I was gonna ask, is this cart a single horse, or can we hitch up both?
It is
that
designed
expedite?
for a single horse.
Pass. All right.
And
And I will say, due to the cart, that will this will expedite your journey to a little more. I'll have to calculate exactly after this session, but it does expedite your journey a little bit more.
So I've got a walking speed of 40, so I think I'm like the fastest of the group, so I could stay on the ground and probably keep pace if everyone else can pile on the horse or the cart, right?
Well, the cart.
Well, because
If
Jaw's
two
driving the
people-
cart, you've got Kelpie riding the other horse, and if I can keep up on foot,
Well, there's room. The way the cart is designed, there's the harness box. There's a box full of harnesses in one of the corners.
Mhm.
There's room for 2 people in the driver's seat, and there's probably room enough for 3 more people in the back. 4 if you didn't have the box.
so if we do Jaw steering, Kelpie riding Rory, then the other two in the back of the cart, right?
No, Kelpie's sitting next to Jacques.
No,
Kelpie's
Kelpie's
sitting
riding
next to
Rory.
me.
Oh, then who's on
No.
Rory?
Ellie would.
Ellie.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My mistake. So then the other two in the back of the cart, and I can hoof it.
There's room for 3
There's
people in the
three
back of the
I'm a big motherfucker.
Why
You-
bother?
You
Yeah,
really
but he's a
think
dwarf.
he's...
Yeah, I take up half the space, fucker.
That's fair.
This is a big horse.
I sit next
That
to the
is
box.
true. I forgot it was a draft horse. Load him up.
I don't want you tired, the big fucking 500-pound horse.
Don't worry, he's gonna try to pick up the horse and walk with
I was
it.
gonna say I could. If it was 500 pounds, I could.
Guys, you
Alright,
need
so-
a horse. You need me. Ah!
All right, so we load up and
we go.
we head out.
As you leave, it's just after noon with all of your antics that you. It's a little bit after noon, and as you leave, you hear a rumbling behind you, and you look, and if you look behind, you can see storm clouds in the west, traveling east.
Later. Let's go.
They're pretty quick, so I would say.
Storm
For anyone
clouds?
storm clouds. For anyone who wants to, you can make a nature check to figure out how fast they're moving and how
Wouldn't
much you think
Kelpie
they'll,
be the
how
most
quickly you think they'll
efficient
catch up.
Spencer, would Kelpie or Boar be the most?
I think Kelpie would be better than Boar.
He said nature. I didn't know. I thought
Kelpie could.
Kelpie
Let's-
is, I think, the better one of the two.
I'm at a -2.
Oh, yeah, no, you're fucked. It's too
Yeah.
Hold on. Actually, wait. Hold on. I might be
Just-
good at it.
Just
Boar
let-
seems a fucking butterfly.
20. Kelpie looks at the clouds and kind of nudges you and is like, "Those are gonna catch up to us pretty quick."
I'll get started in an umbrella.
We're on a deadline, so I mean, we might just want to hoof it.
I mean,
I don't want to be caught in a storm, especially with
first-
horses.
the first town's little over 25 miles away. We can get there pretty quick if we really pushed it. Do we see lightning in this, or is it
You every now and then you do see a quick flash in the clouds.
But it's not like we're fucked lightning storm.
No.
I don't mind getting a little bit wet if we can get to the. Well, no, because it's afternoon already.
Yeah.
We'll get to the first town, and if we need to, we can rest up.
We won't make it to the first town.
Let's do it.
1 second.
It'll take you the better part of.
It'll take us over a day to get there.
Yeah, it'll take you you'll probably see the town by the afternoon of the second day.
Then let's see with our thumbs up our asses. That's fine.
I know you want to get to point A to point B as fast as you can, but
you're also
gonna
on
have
a deadline.
You have a giant ass horse. We've just literally got under control. If that thing gets scared by a thunderstorm, we're walking the rest of the miles.
Actually, that means no. Boar is pulling the rest of the miles.
Let's.
If we need to, we'll make camp on the way.
I'm with Shaw. Let's try to give us at least half an hour before the storm hits us, and we'll stop. That'll be enough time to set up camp and find a decent place to hide out.
Okay.
I'd take my shirt off and put it over Kelpie as like a hood or something to keep her dry.
Then while we're since I'm gonna be sitting in the back, can I just use some of the crap in my dungeoneering packs and all that stuff to like make ready like tents and shit?
I bought tents.
Oh, never mind. Fuck that shit. He's got tents.
Yeah, I have tents for. I have 3 tents that can fit 2 people each, and I've got enough warm clothes to allow us to survive. Because I thought we were going straight to Bryn Shander when we first got to this town, and I bought those. That's why I was poor as fuck.
That's a good point.
So we have tents.
Alrighty.
We also have blankets.
And blankets.
All right. So as you travel, you make it by Boar's reckoning. You make it about, with the cart and with a little bit of urgency, you guys will make it about halfway, maybe a little bit over.
Can I look around and see if there's a good place to, like, as we're going, if there's a place that's like, this is a good place to stop, like good cover?
Yeah. Make a survival check.
Survival, not terrible.
And as he's doing that, as you travel, you travel through what some of you know is the Dasarian Valley.
I rolled a 7, by the way, DM.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Most of the valley is occupied by hills, a few hills over to the south, and a river and plain land off to the north. So you're kind of caught in between 2 similar but at the same time opposing ecosystems. But as you make your way, the storm does quickly catch up as the night is beginning to find its way into existence, as the sun begins to set in the west. It gets darker earlier than expected due to the clouds covering it up. But I will say, Boar, you do find you do find an outcropping from one of the nearby rockier hills that might give a bit of protection from the storm.
Hey, we should probably just head over there for now before it gets too dark for us to see anything.
Very well.
So he has tents. So are we gonna just tie up? Pardon my stupidity here. So what can we do with the horse to stop it from being spooked?
There are trees and stuff nearby that you can tie the horse off.
Okay, so hitching it will stop it from running off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll leave that to the horse god.
I'm gonna let them set up tents. I'm gonna make a makeshift using one of the blankets, some sticks and shiz. I'm gonna just make a makeshift thing over the back of the cart so that I can keep watch for a while.
Okay. Speaking of, who is taking first watch?
Hi. Fuck you.
All right, those 2.
Okay.
Sweet.
So as night falls and the storm does eventually catch up with you, it's a heavier rain than you were expected, and you do hear the rumbling, of thunder above you, and every now and then the flash comes over.
Oh, hang on.
Master Jaw's at work.
Continue though, please.
As the rain falls.
I know what he has.
This is why I keep him around.
That's why I keep him around.
As Zorkon and Eluin take first watch, I need perception checks from both of you.
Oh, sure.
Well, do you want to do 2 separate perception checks, or do you want to give one or the other an advantage?
I have very good perception.
That is up to them. They can both, or they can give her advantage.
I wanted to make sure that they knew that was an option.
I'm going to do my own perception. I believe Eluin probably has just as good as perception as I have, if not better. But I still want to...
I'm not going to be sure. I gotta check. Oh yeah, I'm better. In a way. Thank you, Prime Minister Ja.
I get a 22.
22?
Why are you talking to?
I got 12. He did better than me though.
12.
I'm rolling bad.
Well, I get a +6 on my perception. So.
Actually, you're better than me in perception. What the fuck?
The rain falls around you, and the thunder. You actually see some very interesting shapes in the clouds as the lightning forks in and out of the clouds. It's unusual. You don't see any lightning striking downwards, just dancing in and out of the clouds. It's not what you're used to. As the night goes on, it's wet, it's dreary, and it's the time of the season is getting toward fall, so there's a little bit of chill that creeps into your bones as well.
You're funny. You mean like what it feels like to be at home?
Well, maybe for Eluin, then the little chill creeps into his bones.
Rip my shirt open.
As this is happening, just real quick, who's taking next watch?
Okay.
Okay. So Zutroth and I.
As Zorkon and Eluin take their first watch, 4. The melody that you have been constructing the past few times you have entered a peaceful sleep plays again in your mind. But this time you can hear it growing fainter, almost as if it's drifting off into the distance. You can still hear it, but you hear it more distantly, as if it's coming from, instead of inside your mind, somewhere far off. You open your eyes, but not to the vision you went to sleep to. You find yourself on a road, not too dissimilar from the one you were traveling on, but instead of it being a straight line, you find yourself at a fork. Plains surround you with tall grass flowing in the wind. Immediately to your right, the road goes traveling on into the distance into a forest from which you can hear the music playing out of. To your left, the road continues further into the plains, and you see in the distance a storm, not too dissimilar from the one that you went to sleep to. But this one has a different feel to it. You see lightning streak and dance in and out of the clouds, but not the usual light whitish blue of lightning. You see deep green, bright purple, and a vibrant blue in the lightning. The two roads seem to be calling to you, and you're not really sure which one you want to choose. Which road do you go down? And also, I forgot to mention this. The road to your right that leads to the forest feels more creative and not exactly happy, but cheerful. It calls to the side of you that finds joy in a melody and almost seems to connect to the powers that you have been slowly coming into terms with through your music. However, the left road that leads to the storm resonates with your primal need for battle and destruction. Which road do you choose?
That's a tough one.
I will pull out my ukulele. Find that inner rage within me where I have so recently started to at least somewhat get control and be able to target the electrical energies. And I will walk straight down the middle, playing and adding a little bit of electricity from my fingertips.
Okay. As you do so, the music swells and a lightning bolt flashes across your vision, and you awake to a similar flash in the real world.
There is beauty in nature, gentlemen.
All right. As
aren't you supposed to be keeping watch?
As you and Zutrioth awake for your watch, Zorkon and Eluen find their rest. I need both of you to roll perception checks. Or one can give advantage to the other.
I'm going to give advantage.
Okay. Thank God Almighty.
I need a nat 20 from you.
You said it too late. I got a 10.
Damn,
10?
I tried.
It was a 5 before.
The darkness seems to increase, as does the rain, as it pours a little bit harder and obscures the vision more during your watch, but still nothing.
I'll be plucking a little bit as the time goes by just to keep us entertained.
It's still nothing as the storm continues. Nothing catches your interest.
Play Led Zeppelin.
I could have sworn, by the way, when he pulled out his ukulele, I thought he was just gonna start shredding Enter Sandman on the ukulele and go down the warpath.
I'm not that good yet.
Okay.
We don't see shit.
Your watch passes, and the last two, Kelpie and Jaw, awake for their watch.
Indeed.
All right, your turn.
Need you to roll perception with advantage, since Kelpie's not here.
Mine is Garbo.
Or you can...
What's
Technically, you
Kelpie's?
can roll for Kelpie.
What is
You can roll for Kelpie.
I mean,
or you
Kelpie
can
has
roll for
dark
Kelpie.
vision.
Yeah, he's the only one that doesn't have dark vision.
That's right.
I'm blind. So that would be
Technically,
14
you gotta
for
give
me.
it to Kelpie.
Okay.
Kelpie.
And that would be a natural 20 for Kelpie.
No.
Oh.
The rain seems to die down as your watch reaches its end. As the storm, it wasn't a large storm. It was fairly small, but it seems to start to pass as your watch comes and eventually goes. You don't see anything. Kelpie as well reports a pretty clear night. However, during this, Zutrioth, you find yourself awakening again, but similar to Boar, not to the site you went to sleep to.
I get a dream.
I get a dream.
You find yourself in a strange room that seems to go and go and go and never end. One side of the room, the floor, is complete white. And the sky above you matches the same. The other side of the room, split completely down the middle where you're standing under your feet. The other side of the room is complete darkness. Not that you can't see, but just black. The floor and the sky matching. You feel the need to turn, and you do. And behind you is a giant bronze scale on the black bodies. Some orc, some goblin, even a few human, and a giant. Faces you vaguely recognize, especially the giant. Blood drips from the side of the scale. On the other, you see Dars, Dorathra, some unfamiliar faces, and in front of them, the small child that you met in Nightstone and tried to comfort. the scales tip back and forth and slowly come to rest equally. And you awake.
I thought my dream was fucked up.
Dude, it's pretty metal.
That's pretty comforting for Zutria, honestly.
The day breaks, the ground wet with mud and dew, and the air still a little bit electric and muggy with the passing of the storm. Fog seems to roll over into the valley from a nearby stream and river. What would you like to do?
Yeah,
Hitch up the horses.
The rain stopped?
The rain has passed. You can see the clouds off into the east as it passes through the valley.
Pack up shop, load it up.
So we're all still in, so this is like the early morning you said?
Mm-hmm. The sun's just beginning to break.
I'm gonna wake up without my shirt on and walk out stretch.
Would that be a long rest?
That is a long rest.
That would be a long
Okay,
rest.
cool. Give me my fucking lay on hands back.
I'm gonna scratch my fluffy chest. Oh, the hair's like...
Not where I thought that was going.
Then I'm gonna stick my hand out of my pants like, oh, yeah, the thing's there.
Yep, it's all belongs where it's supposed to be.
That was good. I needed that.
Ooh, I had one hell of a dream, though.
What'd you dream of? More killing? The norm?
Shockingly, no.
Interesting. So... you're gonna tell me?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna go put my clothes on.
Alright, I'm gonna help pack up the tents and get him in the back of the cart.
Yep, likewise.
Use my muscles.
Anybody else have anything they want to do before they hit the road?
Nope. Horses are hitched up.
Take a leak.
I'm gonna take a wicked piss, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna hum a chant to myself.
as you all continue your journey to the next town,
I will entertain.
I want to poke John in the back. Ask him about some of his war. They look like war scars from my point of view.
and I believe the ones you were talking about would be small scars in his back from what make a wisdom check.
Wisdom. I don't see wisdom on here.
the top. It's your actual characteristic.
Yeah, it's just a straight wisdom check.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be 14.
14. You would recognize them as old arrow wounds.
How'd you get those? Obviously, I know they're from arrows, but...
Bugs.
They were not from bugs, but they were from arrows.
Is there a story behind that?
Indeed there is.
Well, I'm gonna lean back in the cart and pull out a ale. Fancy me interested.
Well, I assume everyone else wants to hear the story.
We got half a day. I need to hear something besides music.
I was
no
gonna
offense.
say, we have at least 25 miles to go. It's gonna take us the rest of the day to get there, more or less.
Very well. How much detail do you want?
25 miles.
If I fall
Fuck
asleep,
no! Please, God, no!
if I fall asleep, it's too much.
Let's make it some detail, but not enough to put poor Boar to sleep.
Let's keep it interesting.
Very well. Kelpie's already heard this story, but for the rest of you, it is a very tough story for me. Many years ago, back on my island, I was a warrior with my sister. I do miss my sister. Her name was Jala. She was my twin, to be exact.
Explains the name.
Wasn't she the dragon we ran into back in Tribor?
No. Jala died.
I was gonna say that was a guy anyway.
Oh. I also asked that in character. Because I remember I was being there when the Dragonborn walked up to Ja, so I asked him if that was him.
Because it was Red and a he.
I don't remember if it was he or she.
I do for some reason.
Oh, no, he meant a red dragon. Sorry.
Continue.
Anyway, my mother was taken captive by the rival tribe's warlord, a filthy red dragon. I dare not speak his name. But my sister and I decided to go out and rescue my mother. Unbeknownst to us, she wed this warlord. Stricken with rage, my sister attempted to kill the warlord, but my mother got in the way, and my sister killed my mother on accident. And the warlord, in a rage, killed my sister and almost killed me. But I had to escape. And that is where I boarded a boat and attempted to leave the island, but I was pursued. Arrows flew at me from every which way. Fire arrows. And even the warlord shot at me. He hit me multiple times in the back. When my boat capsized and I lost consciousness until I landed on Kelpie's Island. But yes, that is the brief story of how I got those scars.
So wait a minute. Red's bad. What color was your mother?
Now, this is the interesting part. My father was a red dragon. He was a part of the enemy tribe, but my mother, a blue dragon.
Explains the purple.
Indeed.
I have no idea what that means.
You see, when two dragons love each other very
No! We're gonna stop right there.
There's just a collective no from the cart.
My whole
He's too young. He doesn't need to know.
Bowler, one day you're gonna find a nice woman that's willing to kill for you, and you'll figure it out one day.
Also forgot the story. Kelpie was holding my hand and her tail was curled with mine.
You're adorable.
So,
Indeed.
what color does purple and pink make?
I looked at
Just dead silence from everybody.
Not sure if I want to know the answer to this.
I don't want to know. That's not a question I want to find out.
Actually, see, I actually kind of want to know what color this is.
Same. I'm not gonna lie. Character-wise, I don't know.
Photoshop.
Keep in mind, it has to be purple and
lilac.
FF beef.
It would be a lilac color. Very light purple.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would be a very, very light purple.
Well, I'll see what Photoshop says.
Boar thinks it's going to be like green or yellow or something. He has no.
Yeah, apparently it makes violet. There you go.
Still opening up Photoshop.
The more you know.
Well, I don't
No,
know.
As if we survive.
Wait a minute. What color was it?
FF beef and purple.
Mauve.
So, Ja, that actually raises a question for me.
Yes.
How do you lose an island?
We were captured. We didn't really lose the island, but
But how do you want to get it back then?
Steal it.
well,
Because you say that
Yeah.
you need a lot of money to get. Is it just to get back there, or is it you? I'm mighty confused, which is not uncommon. You shut the fuck up, Eluine.
he's helping us get the island back.
I'm aware of that. I just don't want any of his smart ass comments about my intelligence.
You know what? I love your music. Keep it up.
Does Boar need to make a wisdom check to see if he was sarcastic?
No, that's not what I'm. How close is Eluine to the cart?
How close are you to the cart, Eluine?
If
Probably within 10
I'm
feet.
saying the horse is snout to snout, so front of the snout. So Rory is like, I'm up to the other horse.
You're within 5 to 10 feet.
Yeah, you're within 10 feet.
I want to mage hand undo the strap to his saddle.
Do it! Do it! Oh, shit.
Are you trying to do this stealthily?
Boar's magic happens to happen when he's playing his ukulele, which I don't know that the rest of them has realized just yet, so Boar's just playing a song.
I've kind of figured it out, I just haven't said anything yet.
Okay, so
I still know how
as Boar is strumming on his strings, the strings from his fingertips to the rest of it light up with an arcane energy, and then drift off of it drift off of the strings in a ethereal way and coalesce into a somewhat see-through blue hand.
I'm just gonna giggle and continue drinking.
It floats over to Zutroth's saddle.
Eluine.
Oh, sorry, Eluine's saddle. I don't even know. Make a.
So this is coming from behind him where he can't technically see.
That's right.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Come on, give this to me.
Nat 1. Was I right again?
No.
The opposite of one.
That is my third natural 20 tonight.
Oh my god.
That is a natural 20. Plus 2, so 22. Don't fucking shoot at me, you.
Eluine.
Do I have to make a saving throw, or is it I'm fucked?
Let me have this.
As you're riding along, you hear a buckle snap and slide, and before you know it, you're drifting to the side. You can make a that's be a dex saving throw.
Good luck, bud.
I'm just trying to know
22, right?
If you fail this throw, you flip upside down, and now you're next to Horse Dong. Have fun with that.
Yeah, Rory's the male. Yeah.
So I have to beat what now?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. The DM gets to decide your fate from here on out.
Fucking A, dude. The one time I want a nat 20, please.
You shot at me, motherfucker.
Is the horse with the cart male or female?
That's a good question.
It's male.
Okay. All right, then. Yeah, Rory doesn't swing that way. Or does he?
Oh, God. Please don't
We'll have to wait for Kelpie to be here to find out.
I was about to say, stay tuned for the next time to find out.
You know what?
Because Eluine's
Or left or right dice. Left or right?
Oh, no, I'll pick right.
All right.
That one's going to be middle. More fuck dice.
It's not in the tray. I'm not.
If it's not on the tray, it doesn't count.
It wasn't good.
Establish that.
I didn't get any better. 12.
12. You start sliding.
A +1.
And Boar, you were a bit too enthusiastic, so instead of like, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because of the saddle we got on here, it only had a few straps that you plucked all of them. So instead of sliding upside down, Eluine, as you're riding, you just start slowly sliding and actually go this way because there's a wall there. You just start sliding and just into the mud.
That was my hope. That is exactly. Hey, Eluine.
Don't talk. Just don't.
Think about what just happened next time you decide to take a shot at me.
Eluine.
Yeah?
As the horses have stopped, and you're getting up from the ground, you pause, and you like kind of not listen but feel the ground as it shakes, just a little bit, and then again, and then repeatedly, almost like footsteps, you can feel the tremors in the ground.
It's a T-Rex.
Nobody move.
Well, actually, we don't notice this.
Yeah. Can I look around the area, see what's going on?
Yes. You so as you look forward on the road, you are coming up to a bend in the road between two large boulders with some similar smaller boulders scattered around. Trees and small forested areas dot the landscape. But from the forest to the coming from the east, you see in very far in the distance where the bend is, you see a hill giant come out of the forest, followed by two ogres and what look to be four upright standing furred creatures.
Guys, we might have some company in the shape of a giant coming up. So,
can I
thank you,
look
Boar,
around?
actually.
Can I look around and see? Do I see anything where we can, like, get the fuck out and hide off the side of the road?
Well, if everyone would go to roll 20.
Oh,
So this is why nothing was showing up till now. You motherfucker.
Yeah, he's ugly looking.
You are all towards this way. They haven't noticed you yet, so you can ask to be positioned how you will. But this is the landscape that you see ahead of you.
So, quick question before we go anywhere. Where is the cart in relation to all this?
You're at the cart.
With you guys. He's
so
pretty much where we are is where the cart is, the horses, and Rory is.
Yeah, that is
he
where
just
you
doesn't have
are
a
with
marker
the cart.
for it. He just doesn't have a marker for it.
Yes.
Can I tell which way the wind is blowing?
Make a nature check.
Why me? Why'd you look at me with that arrow? What did I do besides trying to shoot a boar?
You said nature?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6.
It's a 6? It's fine. Yeah, you kind of the usual. It's blowing west to east. Sorry.
Them.
No, it's blowing east to west.
Against us. Cool.
Yeah, it's going from you to them. I mean, from them to you. Sorry.
Cool.
We need to go north, get off the road, because it curves down this way. So if we go that way, if we go south, they'll cross our scent. If we go north, they'll miss us. We need to get.
Not to mention, there's a bit of a mountain there.
Well, that too.
Do we want to?
We need to take horses and all. We need to get.
No. Do we all?
Road.
Is that okay, cool with everybody? Just go up and.
If I look to the north,
Mm-hmm.
do I see anything?
You see mostly a sparsely forested area. With you're more to the hill covered side of the valley at this point, but north is sparsely wooded with a few boulders and hills. But you assume the farther north you go, you would see the plains again.
Would there be enough trees to actually hide in?
Yeah, you could successfully hide in the trees.
Let's go.
I say we do that.
Yeah.
Hide.
Okay.
Okay. I need what?
Oh no. So are we going right where this little pink arrow is? So like in this general area?
And at this point, you see that the hill giant is dragging a large sack behind it and grunts something. You're not close enough to hear, but grunts something to its underlings and sits down in the middle of the road as they all kind of seem to be taking a rest.
Damn, we should have bought that poke flute.
First, we had First, it's a bug using Weevil guy. Now it's this Poke Flute bullshit.
So, as we are getting off the road, can I look and see what might be in the sack? Can I make anything out about the sack?
Make a perception check.
Or does anyone that can see better than me want to take a peek?
I mean,
Also, if y'all are all so I'm just making sure I understand. You are headed north into the wooded area and trying to skirt around them.
Yes.
Okay, I need the entire party to make stealth checks.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And
not good.
I believe for those of you that have chainmail, you're at disadvantage.
Oh, that's even worse. I forgot about that. Oh,
Are
worse.
you wearing chain?
I mean, I
yes.
Okay.
So 16 plus 2, I got an 18.
18?
Did you... Sorry, I need to just type it. My bad. Sorry.
Did you? I'm sorry, Zorkon. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing mail.
Okay, so you rolled with disadvantage?
I rolled a 16 and then a 17.
Cool. Okay. So we got 22, 18, 3.
28.
Damn.
Put my cheese away.
I got an 18 plus 10. I made sure I got stealthily.
Okay, so 28.
Yeah, I'll still put it in here.
Oh, 17 is 16. Okay.
Okay. I didn't see the 2 does it.
Real quick, since we're all making these checks, since I'm technically the smallest person here, can I volunteer to go up to like? Oh wait, no, we're gonna have to actually move from here. Never mind.
Yeah. So, let's see. So you all move.
Put me up in front, just because I'm the smallest.
Okay,
Maybe
you all move into this area.
That was easy.
Also,
so as far as you can
for me to get this on screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. There's not a lot of room on the edges, and Roll20 like limits where you can move if there's nothing off to the side. So we're clipping a little bit, but I'm getting as much as I can.
Okay, I'll remember that for the future.
Yeah.
So as far as you can tell, no one has taken notice of you. Zorkon, you wanted to do something?
I'm gonna just tell everybody I'm gonna go to this one little tree out here and just stay there and see what's going on.
Stay low. Okay. Stay frosty.
So you head out here.
Which tree? Oh, that one.
This one, yeah.
From what you can see, the ogres at this point seem to be just kind of poking around at the different bush and stuff to see if they can spook anything out into the open. And when that fails, they just pick up a rock and basically start playing catch. And they seem extremely bored and fed up with what they're doing. The bugbears are just kind of patrolling around, sniffing the air, looking for anything of interest. The hill giant is, at this point, sitting, and from a pouch on its side, not the sack, but from a pouch on its side, it's bringing out different pieces of what look to be raw animal and maybe other things and munching on it.
It's made of people. Sorry. I know I'm gonna look back in the group and be like, they're not moving.
Can we continue up north?
Okay, hold on a second real quick. In relation to the map, is the top of it north? Yes, bottom of it south? So it is actually just cardinal directions are exactly what's on this?
Yes.
The only way I see us getting through is literally...
Well, there is forest area to the north that's not shown on the map that you can skirt around. But
I also kind of want to know what's in the sack.
Part of me is kind of worried about what's in that bag. But then again, we've been barely... Actually, to be fair, Prop Master Jean aside, these ones do seem to be heading... They are heading back towards the town, unless they plan on skirting off the road. There's nothing between here and the town.
They weren't exactly coming from straight west. They weren't coming from the road. They came out of the wood from here and seemed to be heading this direction. Kind of at a diagonal to the road.
They're not going to...
Can you draw an arrow again?
Yeah, so they're going
that way. Okay.
Yeah, they're not headed... They just happened to cross the road at this point.
As much as my curiosity wants to know what's in that bag, as Zutrioth said, we've got a long way ahead of us and not a lot of time to do it. Do we let them go by?
I think it's in our best interest to just get the word to the harbors as quick as possible after this delivery, especially since the delivery is time limited, of course.
No, the Harper's one isn't. The Nautis is time delivery.
No, and ours is a 2-week delivery time.
Yeah, Nautis too.
So we're doing the saddles.
All right, let's.
I'll
point off.
Can I pick up a sizable rock nearby and throw it down south to try to
distraction?
Yeah, sure. That word.
To be fair, he's not right beside us. All we can do is see him do this.
I would say make a strength check. Well, actually, this would be athletics to throw a rock. And I'm guessing it's like the size of your fist.
A 25! What will I ever do? My athletics is 8. I mean, like...
Yeah, you can throw it all the way down here if you so choose.
I'm gonna look back at the group holding a big rock and like just look at them questioningly.
Kelpie, Ja, keep them.
Well, you've already done it. If you roll the strength check, you've already done it.
Oh, really?
So as he's holding up this rock, I know what he's doing. It's Kelpie, Ja, keep them horses quiet. We're going this way, and like, go.
So as he throws it, it does impact against. It does that was weird. Does impact against the side of this rock and into the foliage here, and you do see a few heads turn that way, and you hear some more grumbling towards the bugbears, and you see one of them head over that way, 2 of them head, 3. They start looking around, but the majority of them don't seem to move.
Let's go, people. To the north, then we'll head east again. Let's go.
Kelby and I are hushing the horses with our proficiency in animal handling.
Yeah, this is spooking the horses a bit. So just to make sure, I do need an animal handling check from one of you.
From one of us? Why not both of us? We're both.
Well, you can. I'll say you can get advantage.
All right. Okay. Good thing I had that advantage. First one was a natural 1.
Ooh.
Animal. Ooh, damn, Kelby. 24.
24.
Damn, Kelby. Yeah,
Tell the horse.
The horses are a little bit spooked and they're not happy, but they're staying somewhat calm.
Stop.
That'll get them going. Don't do that.
Okay, so you all make your way north.
Oui, Capitan.
Okay, I need one more stealth check from everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
I need something that's not chainmail.
I need to do too.
Piss.
16.
Good old 11.
11.
Let me just boop boop beep doop.
27. 18. Okay, so everyone but Jaw got above the 10 line.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so as you're sneaking through, Jaw steps on a twig and you hear a loud crack, and you all freeze. And one of you look over your shoulder. Doesn't seem to be noticed. So you keep going, and you eventually make your way north and up and around, taking a little bit more of a detour than you had planned on, but you do get eventually a farther enough distance away north, cut across, and then come back down without any sign of danger. and continue on your way to the town.
Stealth check.
All right.
Freaky
Load 'em up.
pants.
I expected that to go very differently.
I would have said fight him, but we don't have our actual Kelpie here, so
I know how to play her.
Exactly, but it's just that it's.
Wolves.
I'm kind of looking at it as we have a long way to go.
And a short time to get there.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Vámonos, muchachos.
Before, as I'm setting up Rory again, elected boar, thank you. You actually saved our lives. And I go back.
Not my intention, so you know what? I'll still call us square, because technically you didn't hit me.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
I purposely missed.
So
bullshit.
Yeah.
Due to the detour, the advantage, I guess you would say, you had with the horse and cart making your venture a little bit more expeditious was kind of equaled out. And so you spend the majority of the rest of the day traveling towards the next town. And just as the sun is beginning to set, you can see in the distance a river. And sitting on the river are two parts of the same town. The one on the eastern side of the river is heavily large, tall walls of stone, and you can see just barely figures walking along the battlements. And on your side of the river, you see a bridge that connects the two, but there is a more smaller but more fortified fortress-looking place. Tall towers and battlements the same, and a large wooden gate that the road leads to. You have arrived at Yartar. I kid you not, it is Yartar.
Welcome to Yartar. Welcome to Yartar, ladies and gents. Boar will say, show up to the town.
Wasn't impressed. Wasn't before. Still not now.
I mean, it's a human settlement, Zorkon. What do you expect? It's bricks.
Yeah, they don't have the craftsmanship of dwarves.
Is this place? Do people here hate elves?
Not
because
all
right, in case I'm gonna put my hair over my ears and my hood up. Okay. In case.
As you approach, the sun continues to set, and your shadows grow longer as you approach, almost in a way reaching out to the city. Strangely, you see smoke begin to rise up, and as the sun sinks even lower, you see torch lights light up on the battlements, and from inside the city, you see the dim glow of more light. You do see the gates that were open are starting to begin to close as you approach.
Hold the gate!
So, quick question. Do we have to go through the city to get to the other side, or can we...
Unless you want to cross a river.
It's gonna be longer.
No, we would have to cross a river. Like, if we want to make this quick, and with no casualties or loss of horse and cart, we're going through this town. So, Boar will puff up, and...
All right. As you do this, you hear shouts along the top of the walls, and the gate does eventually slowly halt, right, not far before closing.
I'll give him a little jaw pat on the shoulder. Jaw, giddy up.
As you do come closer, your way is blocked by what seem to be guardsmen. Halt! State your business.
Just passing through. Well, if we can stay the night, we will, but we'll be gone in the morning. We have a delivery. I mean, it's right here.
I'm guessing you're the couriers, not the givers?
Does it look like I can make whatever's in... Yes.
We're gonna have to check the cart.
By all means.
All right.
As he motions two men, they walk over and they see the emblem on the side, and one nuts the other. They just crack it open. You can kind of see him checking under the cart and kind of knocking on it just to make sure there's no false interior. As they both nod to the to what seems to be the leader. All right, well, get inside. It won't be long before the city's closed down.
Before we go on, can you direct us to a good place to stay the night? You know, shed up the horses a little bit for the night, all that.
There's the barge, the teetering barge. It's an okay inn, not bad. Might look to find rest and room there.
Do they have stables?
If they don't, I believe there's some within the vicinity that could manage your horses for you.
All right.
Much appreciated.
Indeed.
As you pass through, you hear shouts of "Close the gate!" and you hear the as it closes behind you.
Well, I feel safer.
Nah, they're just wood.
It was sarcasm.
Ah.
Now, you could see this was large wooden doors with iron bindings across.
I'm a dwarf. I'm pessimistic to anything that's a dwarven made.
Sure.
It's still wood.
As you go, you notice this entryway is a tunnel. It's not made for you to be able to stop on the side of the river. This is purely a guard post. But as you approach the bridge, you come out of the tunnel onto the bridge where there's still a little bit of traffic going to and from here. But you see what you didn't see before was large walls on both sides of the river and makeshift gates that open to not stop the river as you can see the bars in between them, but control boats and barges that come in and out. You see on the far bank warehouses and shipyards where you see barges under construction or docked. Far to the southern end of the docks, you see what looks to be some sort of a nicer looking riverboat. Lights strewn on the sides of it and up and down the mast. And you see people and lights, and you hear the sounds of merriment continue from there. As you make your way across the bridge, you come into the city proper. You see large, tall buildings. Buildings in the city seem to stretch at least 4 stories. Some 3, rarely anything that's 1. At the smallest buildings you usually see are just 2 stories. You see some buildings under construction at the moment, some being torn, some in the middle of being torn down. But this city seems to be in the middle of some sort of economic flux as buildings are being torn down and made room for taller and more efficient buildings.
This place looks like shit.
Yeah, I've seen better myself.
Actually, have I seen dwarven cities? I would have, because because of Zorkon and his dad, right?
Zorkon, I believe, has been to one of the capitals once, but that was before he met you.
Yeah, and then you also remember, I lived in a dwarven-made home, so.
Yeah, he lived outside the city with his father.
Gotcha. Well, shall we find that teetering barge in? Maybe ask a couple questions about the road and how often giants are seen, because I was not expecting that big motherfucker.
I think we can save that for the Harpers unless we find someone at the inn who seems knowledgeable.
That's fair. All right. Ja, let's Find a place that looks like an inn, I guess.
Let's in it up.
All right. I'll say you spend enough time asking. There's still enough people on the street to ask. To like grab a passerby and ask for information. You eventually do find your way to the Heatering Barge. It's not as nice as the Shield House. It's about a 3-story building, made on not exactly on a thoroughfare or anything major. You have to take a few side roads to get to it, but it's decent enough.
Okay.
I'm fine with this place. You guys?
Eluine, you want to maybe hop off, pop inside, and see if you can find out where we can put up the horses? I mean, you do have a way with words.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. I hop off the horse and walk inside.
I'll jump off the cart and hang on to Rory. Make sure he doesn't decide to scamper off or whatever that scared little shit wants to do.
I'm gonna grab the saddles. Yeah.
Okay.
Or the box with the saddles. Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it?
As you do, so Eluine, you find the proprietor. I believe is what you were looking for. Yes.
The guy who's running the place?
Yeah. You find a grizzled old man, gray beard and hair, kind of slick against his head. One eye you see has been heavily scarred and is covered by an eye patch. He sees you come up and smiles, and you notice some teeth are missing. Some teeth are not bone. They are not gold, because you know the look of gold, but they look like they've been made to look like they're gold. As he smiles at you, he's like, "What can I do for you?"
I need a place to rest some horses.
All right. Yeah, we can do that for you. It's 2 gold to stable them.
Per horse?
Yeah, for a horse.
And then 3 rooms for us?
5 gold apiece.
I hit him 19 gold.
Much obliged.
You got swindled.
I was about to say, was that more? That was like twice what it cost at the last inn, wasn't it? Like it was like 2 gold a room.
We're not there.
But still, he got swindled.
This is a better city.
No.
It's bigger than fucking Tribor.
Right.
Yeah,
but
this is a large city.
Yeah, but if you look at the quality of the place that we're in,
you should have tried to barter.
it's all right. We sent him in there and he paid for it.
I have the gold for it. I have the gold for it.
I have a way with words.
For all we know, he spent 2 gold
good.
for it. He didn't come out and tell us, so it's...
Yeah, very true. No, we don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
So you hitch up the horses and you find rest for the night. And that is where... Oh, is there something you want to do?
For the record, Zorkon said he was bringing the harnesses in with us, so I guess it would be in his room and mine. Before you go coming up with ideas of how to steal our shit.
Okay. And that is where we are going to end tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was a bit different for us tonight. They actually used their brain to avoid an encounter.
To be honest, the smartest person there was Boar.
How far we have fallen.
Yeah. So
It's all math and geography. That's like Boar was in his element for a change.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't say a thing during that encounter, so I think I was the smartest.
Yeah, you said nothing. You wanted to go fight. Boar's like, let's fucking get out of here, man. We gotta do
What do you
this.
mean I wanted to go fight? I said nothing.
Yeah, that was the dumbest choice you could have made. Say something.
Before our party gets off on too much of a tangent, thank you everyone again for watching. We hope you enjoyed. We will see you next time, which I believe Ian will tell you how to find us next time.
Right. So you can always look up on the just below our logo there. There's a Twitter where you can find us, where we always post when we're going to stream next. There's also going to be the Instagram, which is right there. Same name. It's very easy. We made it very easy for you guys to keep up with us. And Eluine, I think, is trying to point at it, but he's pointing at the DM. So
yeah, fuck it.
So yeah, keep up with us on that.
I'm pointing
Kelpie should be back from PAX and will be joining us again. So we will have a little bit more variety in our gameplay, and I don't have to make my voice go as high. So other than that, hopefully,
right here.
with all the luck that we've got, we will see you next weekend.
All right. So once again, everyone, cheers, and hope to see you next time.
I still have a lot of whiskey left. This isn't right. Okay.
Bye.
Hammered. Bye.